What's up, everybody? Hope everybody's had a great week so far. This is another episode of the Bodacious Rant with your ever so loving and handsome Bern and Ryan. And as you guys have guessed, another episode of She-Hulk has dropped. We are now about halfway through the series, or do we have 4 or 5 more? I forgot.
Almost at the halfway point. There's 9 episodes, so we got 5
episodes.
more after this one. So, almost the midway point, I'd say.
Okay, well, we are getting close to that halfway point, so things are starting to ramp up a little bit. Last episode kind of plateaued with the Abomination case and whatnot, so there wasn't too much progression with Jen there, other than that she's, proven that she's still a solid lawyer. And before we get started in the spoilers with this episode, guys, don't forget to ring the bell, give us a like, and don't be afraid to hit that giant subscribe button, because we do appreciate it as always, and we want to keep growing the ranting community as usual. So this episode continue on. She's still kind of, she's already over her fight from the Wrecking Crew, which is, I guess, a Marvel villain group, which I completely forgot about, but some of the fans were also pissed off at that. Like, they're not even the real Wrecking Crew. I'm like, who gives a shit, dude? They're with the team called the Wrecking Crew. It sounds like a bad rock band that just didn't go anywhere. So
it's like they're D-level at best, okay? Like, I'm sure they're only going to grow from what we just saw them as, I'm sure maybe at some point they'll either get better tech or something, or not. Whatever, like, it's the Wrecking Crew. I'm not gonna lose sleep over it.
No, and then we got introduced to some more interesting characters that I don't know if they'll serve greater importance with the MCU or if they're just hilarious additions for Jen's adventures, which is Donnie Blaze, and I said Donnie, not Johnny, which I hope it just stays with that, and Madisynn with 2 N's and a Y, but yeah, it's not where you think it is. I forgot what she says, but those two are this is one of the funniest ones this season. It's just I didn't laugh this hard since, like, I think the first one with the whole, like, Captain America end credit scene. It was just, yeah, I think Madisynn was such a joy to watch this whole episode. Like, the little part she came in was just great. What'd you think, Bern?
Yeah, I do agree. Those 2 additions were very hilarious, and it really does feel like this episode is another one, like, hitting the show hitting a stride. Where this week and last week's episode were very much case of the week, and let's, like, get into, like, the funniness of being in superhero court, basically. So yeah, Donnie Blaze as like a failure of a magician, with his, like, horrible illusions at the Mystic Castle, not the Magic Castle like the one we have here in Los Angeles, but the Mystic Castle. He kind of reminded me of a Job, Will Arnett's character from Arrested Development. For people who have seen that show, just like a magician that's on, like, the end of his rope, just, like, can't do anything successfully at this point. So that was kind of like a funny nod to him. But yeah, Madisynn, that character, she was great. Like, just like this, like, ditzy, like, drunk girl that's just, like, finding herself in really crazy situations and does not seem fazed by it whatsoever.
She was just that girl from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, that's just enjoying herself. She's living life, when she's at the show, she goes up there with her drink and she gets transported into a whole other dimension. And I love when she gets thrown into, like, Wong's like, room at the Countertage, and he's just watching Sopranos. He's finally getting into it, and she spoils it for him. I was like, oh, how dare you, woman. I felt like Wong's, like, just created a new villain, just met his new super villain right then and there. But I love that their friendship blossomed throughout this episode. Like, when they're at the court case trying to do the cease and desist with Donnie, and they transport her saying, I don't know if this is a good idea, and she's like, nah, don't worry, I'm fine, like, I got this. Like, she gives the bailiff a drink. Oh, well, don't worry, you can finish it, I'm good. It's like, do you not know where you are at, Madisynn? You're in court. You can't act like this in court.
I swear to tell the truth. Really. Like, I do. Like, that's not how you swear, but okay.
That actor played it so well, just being, like, I mean, not only drunk, but she just seemed like, she's just living life. She's having fun. It didn't come off like oversold, like overacting. You know what I mean? So that was great.
Yeah, like, drunk acting is kind of hard to pull off well, I think, and I think she nailed it, like, from the beginning to end. Like she was great the entire way through and was really hitting those beats, and it never got annoying to me. Sometimes with drunk acting, it can be like, oh, okay, like I can tell like this is a bit and like you're just kind of overdoing it. For her, I was just like completely sold all the way through. She was fantastic.
Yeah, she already had a nickname for him and everything because I guess that night that she fell into his life, they're just talking. So it's like, Wongers, hey. He's like, hey, Madisynn, like ashamed of that drunk friend. And after the case, I love that she's like, Wongers, you want to go? And it's like, no, I don't want to talk about this. Like, do you want to get some froyo? We can talk about it. Like, fine, let's get some froyo. And she kept spoiling the Sopranos for him. Like, oh my God, shut up, Madisynn, let it be. And what else happened? Like that was great. Donnie was hilarious throughout this whole episode, especially with the court scene. I think was the funniest one of this episode, where she's doing stupid fake magic. The lawyer starts doing it, and Jen's just face is like, "Oh my God, even the lawyer does magic." Like it's almost like it's a cult. Like she's disgusted by it. Like, are you a lawyer or a magician? Make up your mind.
Yeah, him and his like I guess his like buddy or like his stagehand or whatever, Cornelius, like the dude that's with him the whole time. He was great too. Like I just love their duo, like how he's like his hype man, like repeating like every sentence after he says it. But the one like little detail that I really loved was just it seems like they really are like super into magic and illusions. Like whenever Wong did something magical, and like in the court scene or in the fight scene later on, they're just like, oh, like that was really cool. Like they were just really enamored by it. So I was like, okay, like I kind of like I am endeared to these guys, but they should definitely not be doing what they're doing at all.
No, just because the whole point of the episode was that, like, how people have powers. There's dipshits like Donnie that have the little location ring that the sorcerers use to transport themselves.
Yeah, the sling ring, right?
Sling ring, yeah, thank you. And he slings Madisynn to this other dimension where she made a deal with a goat devil so her families and friends' souls don't get raped, which I'm surprised they went with that on this show, but I was like, okay, this is serious shit she's dealing with, and she's just passing it off like nothing. So when I was really bummed when like the cease and desist didn't work originally, they're like, oh, well, I'll let you know my decision in a couple weeks. He can do magic until then. It's like, oh my God, like, Judge, you did not hear a damn word she said, but it all came back to bite him in the ass in the end, which was hilarious.
Yeah, like this dude's a Kamartage dropout. Why would you let him continue to do magic and send people potentially like in different places around the world or other dimensions? Like this guy should not be doing what he's doing.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of why Jen, when she was like, okay, well, do you have anything in writing? No, everyone who goes to Kamartage pledges the allegiance to it. It's like, did you get that in writing? No. It's like, oh my God, all right. Well, she's basically saying like, well, we need stuff written so it's a lot easier to say. And he talks about the Book of Ashanti, and I was like, oh God, no. Just this, Wong, you don't get how regular law works, or at least in the U.S., so.
And again, he throws in the idea of, putting someone in the mirror dimension as a punishment. Like that's his go-to.
He's obsessed with the mirror. I think he just wants he feels like very disrespected in his job, probably by Stephen Strange and other wizards and stuff, sorcerers, and he just has to take it out on certain things. Like, no, send him to the mirror dimension. Let's get rid of him now. It's like, no, you can't keep doing that, Wong. Stop doing that. So that was just great to see, and the ending was actually pretty fun too. I like that Donnie kept it going, opened up a whole portal of demons, those little bat-like little fuckers, and I felt bad for Jen this episode too, just because, like throughout the season she's been struggling with the whole She-Hulk, Jen, persona, like, because it's still her. They're one and the same person, but society doesn't see it that way, unfortunately, especially since for work she has to appear as She-Hulk. That's part of her contract. She has to, be this persona. She can't be herself, especially with the dating thing, which I like that Nikki pointed out. I was like, you used your corporate picture for this? Like, no, nobody uses their corporate picture. I was like, oh God, Jen, you freaking dork. But even though she finally gets a solid date with this one dude, it still just didn't pay off for her. You know what I mean? Like, it was a dude of her dreams. He was jacked. He was a doctor. He was listening to her. But then when she was in regular Jen in the morning, it was just, oh, I'm good. I'm gonna head home. Like, what the fuck? Like, I just feel bad. I feel like I haven't empathized with this character this much since I think Wanda. Like it's just rough, man.
Yeah, it's another in a line of things where she can get exactly what she wants. You know, like now that she is starting to embrace like her She-Hulk side, where she's doing it at work, and then now she's integrating that into her dating life. She wants it to work out for her, but it doesn't seem to be going the way that she wants it to. And again, that's one of the traits of a hero. You can't have your cake and eat it too. Like she can't have a good personal life and a good work life and stuff, and then at the same time juggle all this superhero stuff, and it just sucks. Yeah, because I mean, who want to date Tatiana Maslany? It's like that would. Like that would be like the best of both worlds, like you get this really awesome person and you get a superhero, like I was joking around with you earlier, you can carry her or she can carry you, whatever floats your boat. So yeah, that sort of scene where he dips out on her after she made him breakfast and stuff, and it's like, oh man, like you kind of felt bummed for her, because I do like that she's a little bit of a dork, so you kind of like feel a bit endeared to her. So to see her get dejected like that, it's like, oh man, that kind of sucks.
Yeah, just because she's just being herself throughout the whole thing. When she's She-Hulk, she's still herself. And that's one of those things, like, other heroes, I don't feel like they're all necessarily forced to deal with that. They kind of, like, have known they've been the hero, and then they deal with it. Like, Tony, it's been a lot easier for other heroes, but for her, it's like she has to be that. Like, she has to juggle with it. It's not that she wants to have it both ways. She just wants to be herself, and she can't be herself, so... It's like society just doesn't want to let women be themselves. It's a whole philosophical debate, which is a legit thing. So it's just crazy. And then we get the bombshell that she's served, which was great, because she's like, I know a process server when I see one. He's like, oh yeah, you're being sued by Titania. Why? Oh, because you stole the name She-Hulk from her. That's my name. It was given to me. Oh, well, she trademarked it first. No, that's like I like she's being cheeky with the process server, because he's also kind of coming off like a smart ass. So it's just like, oh my god, fuck off. But again, Jen just can't catch a break this whole season. So hopefully this ends on a good note for her. That's all I want. Is that too much to ask for, Bern?
I mean, I hope not. But one of the things that I did want to point out was, did you kind of get like some weird vibes from that one dude that in the dating montage where he was kind of like, oh, like asking her about like, yeah, do you have like an indestructible skin, and like, do you have night vision and stuff, and it's like, do you think vibranium can like pierce you? Like I kind of got like a weird like feeling about him, that this might be the dude that sent the wrecking crew like for her. Like just his line of questioning was like a little bit weird. Like, why would you be asking like that? Like he's calling her a specimen and everything like that. Like, did you kind of get any like vibes from that dude, or was that just me?
No, it was a two-way street. Like it was. I mean, I thought because it can go. I feel like that's one of those characters that can be just one for comic relief, that he's just there being a super creep. Like she's meeting all kinds of dudes. Like the first one she goes out with when she's just Jen is a cheap ass and rate her super just disrespectful to her, and then the other guys are just obsessed with her She-Hulk, not who she is as a person. But at the same time, you do bring up a good point when he was really interested in the whole vibranium piercing her skin, calling her specimen, asking about indestructibility. It's like, okay, are you like a actual villain, or are you just some random dude? Because the actor I've only ever seen in Baywatch. He was like the one dork that just was like trying to get in on the club and stuff and obsessed with the blonde chick. But so I don't know. I'm very curious to see if that guy is actual threat, or if he's just one random weirdo in LA, which there's many of them. So I'm one of them.
I mean, yeah, like I was thinking that too. Like, oh, okay, he's just coming off as that like weirdly obsessed person, like him saying that he was a fan of hers and stuff. Like, okay, like this could kind of be like a commentary on those like super weird fans, that get a little bit like too personal and stuff. But yeah, just the line of questioning was a little bit like, like it was sent like little like flags in my head. So I guess we'll see, if it does turn out to be like the guy, or if it's someone else that we haven't met yet in the series.
I think just because I care about Jen so much, we're suspicious of everybody. I know I would be. Especially the dude that's like, I deadlifted 600. It's like, she can deadlift a literal ton, dude. You're not going to compete with her. Sorry. Like, you're freaking moron. And then again, a solid post-credit scene where Wong and Madisynn are watching more. They're watching This Is Us, I think, just because I saw Milo Ventimiglia's character. I think Mandy Moore in there, and they're just eating, having snacks. She's in like her like onesie kind of thing, and she's just asking him all these drinks she's had. Like, oh, have you ever had blue curacao? Like, what is that? I don't know. It's just blue. And oh, I'm more of a gin and tonic guy. Wong, like, oh my god. And then I forgot what he said. It's like, oh, I've had vodka and yak milk.
Yeah,
never again.
Vodka and yak milk.
Do we have some? As a matter of fact, I think we do have some from the wedding. Yeah, oh my god, let's do it. Like, it's either a very beautiful friendship or a potential like relationship for him. I don't know. Either way, it's good to see Wong is not lonely, just because everybody loves Wong, I know that's a bit of a double entendre, but he's great.
But it's the truth, this is the Wong cinematic universe, and we all love it. And I love how Jen pointed out the fact, in the beginning when they're breaking the fourth wall, like, I bet you guys are glad Wong's back. It's like, yes, we are. You know us well.
Everybody loves Wong, yeah. It's almost like she's a little jealous. It's like, Jen, we watch it for you too, or at least the people who are down for the show watch it for you. Other than that, anything else you picked up on this episode, or did we cover all the bases?
No, just like the fun little post credit, like the art details where it's like it shows Wong did send Donnie Blaze into the mirror dimension, and then it does show like Madisynn signing off her soul to this goat thing.
Yeah, the goat devil is like, oh god.
So that's just like another like fun little thing that they keep adding at the end of these episodes, and I'm here for it. I really do like those courtroom renderings that they have that add on to the storylines that we've seen in the episode so far, and I thought those two were pretty funny.
Yeah, overall, just another great comedic episode that adds more to the whole lawyer theme for this show. Like I said, I'm digging the side characters, like the Donnie Blaze thing. I really hope that doesn't become a Ghost Rider character. I'm praying to God that it's just a funny thing, because like hinting that, oh, Johnny Blaze and stuff can happen. If Donnie can do it, Johnny can do it. It's like, oh, thank God. Please don't. Other than that, very solid episode. Guys, let us know in the comments, what did you think about this? We'd love to know your thoughts, guys, so don't be afraid to, say whatever you want. As long as it's not super, hateful, then that's fine. We appreciate it. But until next time, guys, we got more Rings of Power coming out this week. And, like I said, there's going to be a lot more movies coming out this holiday season, so stick around for those. And House of Dragon 2 on the weekends, so don't forget that. But as always, guys, we'll see you on the next one. Stay bodacious and keep on ranting for the both of us.
Yep, absolutely, everybody. Be good, be safe, and, as always, keep on ranting, and we'll see y'all on the next one.